All right, good afternoon. Welcome to another stream. So today we're joining, this is our first stream, or my first stream with the Intercontinental GT pack that was just released just over an hour ago, I think. So we're going to do a little bit of racing with MrGit himself. Lovely guy, really cool guy, and does a lot for the ACC community and hosts weekly races. If you are interested, he's hosting a big grid race tomorrow night in ACC at Bathurst, which we are driving today right now. So intense circuit, really intense. I've done a few laps to get the track medals up to join the server because I didn't have the track medals, but it's going to be fun. So yeah, let's go ahead. So we are in the chat with him. So with a couple of the other guys too. So yeah, so we'll see what's going on.
IME 2019. Yeah, that's good. That's done.
Are we you're still going to run Bathurst, or
Not
going
running
to
password events, so it's fine. Migration. Yeah,
all right,
that's good.
I have to enable the little push to talk because I don't have push to talk.
Kyle Army server is now up. Hey,
Oh.
Dan, you good pace there, mate.
I'm gonna go to Kyle.
Absolutely flying.
Okay. Let's see. Hopefully. Do we need the track medals for Kailami as well? Or
yes, you do.
Ah, crap. Okay. All right. Right.
Kyle Army's up. Oh, no, hang on. That says, no, let me take that back down because it says server 12. It should be server 13.
So I'll have to run a bit of Kailami instead. So I have to build the track medals for that. All right. So I've never driven this track, so this will be interesting.
Here we go.
I've driven the 1967 version back in the days of Grand Prix Legends, but yeah.
No, that's not right. That's not right.
So let's see, aggressive. Yeah, we'll enable a bit of telemetry logging.
Thank you very much. Barbarian banality. I mean, try saying that one 3 times fast when you're drunk. Right. The server is now up. Give me a second. I'm just going to set the giveaway. Give it away a copy of ACC.
In the interest of
no, not
privacy,
ACC
I'm just going to
DLC,
disable
not
the chat for
ACC.
now. So there we go. So that's disabled now. So I wish actually OBS had a way to integrate with Thingamy with steering controller. So maybe I need to set up a macro thing or whatever. And actually, one thing I'm going to do, because it doesn't look right, I'm going to try the temporal setting because maybe it looks smoother. No, it does not look smoother. So we'll put it back to KTA. I don't know what that stands for, but that's, yeah, because there's at ACC, at least at 1080p, doesn't look right. At 1080p with a mid anti-aliasing setting, it looks a little bit jagged. So let's see. So Kailami, we have the little track map on the left, which is handy for now. So we have a tight left-hander. And whoa. Go right, left, and then there's a 90-degree left-hander here, I guess. Yep. It's a really wide track. Quite amazed actually how wide it is. So should be good for side-by-side racing, that's for sure. We have a long sweeping right-hander here, is it? Yep. Then we have a tight left as well. Then is this just lift for this maybe? Whoa, no, need to brake, need to brake. Okay. Good to know for next time. And then we go up the hill, going into a tight left. Oh man, it's blind, there's so many blind corners. And then it opens up a bit. Kind of reminds me a bit of actually Istanbul. It's a bit like that, in the way the elevation and kind of the corners. This is a bit like Sepang, known as Malaysia as well. Yeah, this reminds me of Sepang a little bit. Whoa, a bit of worse here. And kind of a right-hander here. And then a tight left. I think this is the end of the lap. I saw the pit entry on the left side. So it's kind of a short lap, but yeah, it looks like a really high-speed circuit. Yeah, so that's one lap done already. I was kind of surprised how quick that went by, even though I wasn't going at racing speed. Brake here at 100, just at least for now. And then to the left, opens up a bit. And then I would brake for this left-hander a little bit maybe. Yep, well, probably could go a little bit quicker than I was there. And then come into this long sweeping right. Whoa! Into a tight left. And now, so need to brake for this corner, that's for sure. And the camber doesn't really help on entry into there as well. Yeah, fun circuit actually so far. Really enjoying it. Whoa. Okay, so that marker board I think is for the kink before this left sort of hairpin. So you can brake a little bit beyond the 50 for there, I think. Get into this left-hander here. So I did watch the video that David Perel drove around here, but it's been so long I've basically forgotten the layout. And then here is this. Can you lift for this? Yeah, it could. Brake. Turn in. Actually, one thing I'm going to do to kind of get an idea of track medals is enable... So actually, this is something I wish Kunos did for the... because they had this in the early access version, it will automatically tell you what you need to focus on. So I have a track competence here. So it says I have 1 track medal so far, and I need to get up to 3. So, to the left. So one thing I've always found tricky about the McLaren, actually, compared to other cars, is that its nose really dives under braking. So it's like, it's just like, compared to any of the other GT3s I've driven, with the 720S, it's just the nose really dips under braking, which makes it very edgy braking into corners. The rear end wants to swing around a little bit. So I often actually have to stiffen up the bump stops a little bit, at the front particularly. Stop the front end from squatting too much. So, yeah, so let's see. So far, so good. So now we can brake a little bit past the 50 here. Yeah, basically just as you go over the crest. This is kind of a good point to start braking for this corner here. Up. And then come into the left. Brake. To this tight right-hander. So yeah, it's very characteristic of sort of Herman Tilke's older circuits, like Istanbul and Istanbul, a little bit of Sepang in there as well. So we have 2 track medals, just the one more. Just need to do 2 more laps and we'll get all 3. So knowing me, I'll be like, okay, I know the track, I'm gonna push hard on the 4th lap, and then it's like, no track medals for you. So I'll try to curb that a little bit. So I have no idea for reference lap times. I think it's a 1:42 is the official record. I think I saw something like that in the before I loaded on into the track, so I have to check that again. So if that's the case, I'm about 3 seconds off the pace right now. So that's not good, but still learning the track, kind of figuring it out. So yeah, probably it's better to enter that left kink from the inside to straighten up the braking for this left hairpin. Shouldn't really go over to the right, you know, and like I said with the McLaren, the way the nose dives a little bit kind of makes it tricky. Yes, the asphalt. You can actually use the asphalt as a bit of a reference for braking as well. It gets really dark around the braking zones. Oh, yeah, need to go left here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, there we go. Hopefully. Oh, no. I have to do 4 more laps. Oh, no. So it didn't happen on the 3rd lap, or it didn't happen on the 4th lap, but it happened on the 3rd lap, so I have to try again. Sorry about that, guys. So let's see, how can we get into 44s? It should be possible. We're knocking on the 44s right now, so. Yeah, this right-hander is really good fun. Nice flowing right-hander here. Just kind of brake a little, just feather. It's these kind of corners, like these. This is what makes tracks actually fun. It's these long sweeping corners. Fuji is very good for that as well, particularly in the first sector. Fuji has a lot of that nice flowing part too. So we'll try and enter this a bit more from the inside. Brake. Oh, yeah. Need to get the car a bit more over to the right side. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit tricky to get the right angle, really, going into there. Brake. There's this right-hander here. Whoa! Sausage curve. Okay, I'll go easy in that right-hander. Definitely was on track for a 44 there. 4 clean laps, okay. Just get the medals to get on the server, and then start pushing. That's what I'll do. No need for qualifying pace right now. One thing I've noticed that, like, maybe if you've driven ACC before yourself, is the graphics look a little bit different on the HUD. I mean, the speed and the rev sort of bar still the same, but you look at the electronics on the bottom right there, you can see it's bold text now as opposed to the it's bold now as opposed to just regular text. So things have been changed a little bit. And also the ratings at the top right now is a much smaller font. So it's not as in your face as it used to be. It used to be a big block on the top right. So now it's just a smaller block at the top right. So it's good, I think. I mean, it's leaves more focus for the driving. Like, it just more focus on what's in front of you when you're driving. So it's good for that. So that's a 44, which is nice. But need to do 3 more laps to get the medal, the last track medal. So hopefully we can do that. Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Sepang in a lot of these corners. So a lot of kind of 90-degree right-handers climbing up the hill, a bit like Bahrain as well. Actually, Bahrain has similar characteristics as well. That corner is going to be where you lose or gain tons of time. That particular right-hander, I think. Need to get the right line into it, but also keep the speed up. Up the hill we go. And brake, brake. Do this tight left sort of hairpin. It's not really a hairpin because it doesn't, it kind of opens and then there's like a left kink after it, so that's the 180-degree bit. It's not just in the one corner. Brake, brake, brake. So I'm trying to think what this right-hander here is a bit like, I think, Jerez, perhaps, the last bit in Jerez. And into this left-hander we go. A little bit quicker again, which is nice. But yeah, so nearly there. So I know you can't see my steering wheel right now, but basically, actually, let's see. You can drive with an alternate driving view for now, like this. I usually like the drive in dash cam. This feels really far back. But you'll see what I mean when I'm braking into corners and I'm having to correct the car sliding a little bit. Because just the McLaren, the nose dives so much. So a little bit there. So apologies for that, just had a slight interruption, but yeah, so definitely feel the car oversteering a little bit, braking into corners. It's more noticeable in the higher speed stuff. Whoa. Oh, need to go over to the left here. Oh, no, no, no. We know what happened last time when that happened. Luckily we didn't go off, so. So that's 3 clean laps, 1 more, just this. Do this, get the third track medal. Yeah, so here, for example, yeah. So it's a lower speed corner, but you're coming in at a high speed, so just braking into it. I find the car kind of just oversteers a little bit going into there. I'd say here, if I brake quite hard, actually, it would probably be a lot worse. So you just have to kind of balance the car. Well, not way down too much on the delta, but a little bit down. Okay, yeah, lost a lot of time in the exit there, so 0.3 down. But again, just get the clean lap so we can get on the server. So make sure to stay over on the left here. Brake a little just, so make sure we get through it. To this left-hander now. Hey, got the middles, I think. Just finish this lap. Pressures are definitely way off. Alright, so now we can go join the other guys. Alright. So, let's see. Yeah, 142.2, so way off the pace. Hopefully they haven't started a race. No, they're still in qualifying.
Damn it, I had to live to
141. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. So, 1.2. It's 27.5.
Really?
27.7.
That filter was in the other day. It wasn't put in today. It's been like that for a few days now.
27.4. Lower the fuel a bit.
What's that time? 7th.
E1.
It's not too bad. I'll definitely improve on that for sure.
Tighten up the brake ducts. Enable our telemetry logger. Hey,
I'm not changing my name. I shall ever be known as MrGit.
It is definitely, yeah, has definitely a nice flow to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's a great circuit from so far. Really enjoying it. So just want to see.
I can't remember.
And thanks for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. So thanks for the support. All right. So let's see, what can we do? So one thing's a little bit different as well since the update is the cars are now all at a 45-degree angle. So it used to be some of the cars used to have a 45-degree angle, others didn't. So that's something a little bit different from before. Someone coming up behind Radis, but don't have to worry about him right now. There's a bit of a gap, but for sure if he comes up to me a bit quicker than
my
expected,
tire pressures are a bit low,
then we'll definitely have to let him through. That is the decent thing to do. So I think we're going to get a couple of laps at most. There's only 5 minutes of qualifying left right now.
Oh, don't forget, we've got a competition going. If you want to enter, I should put it on.
That's MrGit, by the way, so he's also streaming.
Hang on, not on the bot.
So
come on.
He's running a competition for the DLC. So if you're interested in picking that up, you have ACC. You could try heading over to his channel, or you can stick with me. Up to you. So let's see, what can we do here? Just Banzai lap now. No idea what pace I'm going to be at, but we'll see. Hopefully not last. Hopefully not. I'd like to think I'm a bit beyond that.
So if I go to... Do I main it? Yeah, do drive it a lot. Yeah. I used to be all about the Ferrari, but now it's mainly the Aston. So what are the times? Mike's the 41.5. Yarko really cracking on with all the tracks today. I'm at the bottom of the field. I think once we've done this race, I'm going to quickly run downstairs for 5 minutes, and yeah, it was too late.
No, 3 seconds off.
The IGTC GT DLC is based on the 2019 season, not the 2021, so that's why we haven't got it. Whether it's going to come as an add-on in the future, who knows?
Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
Cool, you won't miss that one. That must be one of the new South African liveries. This must be specifically for Kyle Army, because that's a nice livery. I like that.
So lost a bit of time on entry into the left hairpin there.
Yep. It's mine. If you want to join in, feel free. You need an SA of 75 and above. Just search for MrGit, and you're more than welcome. We're just about to finish qualifying now. I'll let we have post fitness. Says Intercontinental says next. I think. Well, we've had the GT World Challenge Europe, as it's now called. We've had the Intercontinental GT Championship.
Pressures are way too high.
I think the next DLC we get, if we get it, which I think we will, the next one will be the American. Then after that, possibly the Asian, and then if we go the full set,
we're okay,
British at the end.
Definitely break.
But I think we're pretty much nailed on to get the American one. I'll be extremely surprised if we don't get the American DLC at all. 74. You need to get cracking. You'll be okay for the next race. The next race, we're probably going to go Laguna Seca. So make sure you've got the track medals. I'll wear each server that I have. You need the 3 track medals for each circuit. Yes, the British GT is run by the SRO group, so there is a distinct possibility of happening. Ooh, I love that sound. Simple, to the point, and it matches. You know, it took you half an hour. It took half an hour to find out where it was from. It is indeed. The GT2 series might be an addition.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
So let's see, can we just lift for this right-hander? Yeah, we can. So definitely can gain a lot more time for that right-hander there. So I think everyone's waiting on me. Sorry, guys.
That is, it's a right proper South African livery.
So
I know it's a terrible accent, but it's the nearest I can do to it. That's very nice. I like that.
Way off. So
I think the Aston isn't very favourable bop-wise with the ICGT DLC and the 4 tracks, because I'm struggling.
Or something. Oh. So
no, I like
30
that.
minutes.
That is nice.
30 times.
Let's go back to my car. Let's go back to
divided by 101.5. 18 times 2.
What was my fuel consumption? Is it a busy truck? 2.7, so it's not too bad.
84.
That'd be 65, I reckon.
So I need 51 liters. 62.
65?
Do it.
There we go, 70. That should be enough. Yeah, I'm afraid you're gonna have to check. You're gonna have to consign your Aston Martin love, and hook up with a new hot bit of toddy. No, you can have. Yeah, you can. The Bentley specifically has a UK as a flag livery, so yeah, you can do it with the Bentley for sure. I don't know about the others. I don't know what I don't think you can, but the Bentley definitely. It's got the. So yeah, who hasn't seen the new start procedure?
Yep, sure. I can see if I can turn it down a little bit. I know it's a little bit loud. So let's see, user volume. All right, so I've put him down now to about 33%. So hopefully it's a little bit quieter now. So apologies for that. So hopefully he's a little bit quieter now. I can't actually separate the audio completely. Oh, turn up mine. Yeah. Well, I think that's okay right now, as far as I can, because I can look at the bar.
Open server. Although we're just about to start the race, we're going through the track. We're done Bathurst.
All right, I'm just going to turn him up a little bit.
We're just about to do a race
just,
which is going to be awesome. Then
okay, there we go.
Do Suzuka or Laguna Seca next. We're working our way through.
So, yeah, I don't want, because I can look at a kind of an audio bar, and basically I do not want to have it so that my sound clips. So, because then that's not good. That's kind of irritating.
Apparently, the player
right. Yeah, I understand.
Yesterday's 1800.
Thanks for the tip, though. Appreciate it. Yeah. So I'm still getting used to stuff with streaming. I'm not an expert. But okay. So we're bam in the middle of the field. So this is gonna be interesting.
Going double file.
Okay, we can't go yet. Okay.
I'm on the.
Oh, stalled it. Whoa. Ah. It kind of looks like a fighter jet display thing, in a way. Oh, too fast. This is interesting. This is completely new.
Green line.
Okay. That's good. It's definitely good. Oh! Okay, this is a mess. So far, so good. Oh! Okay. So I guess we're restarting.
What?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a much, yeah, it's like this is my first time racing with that new start, but you can figure it out. I mean, it's not too bad. Just keep within a certain range, I guess. So, yeah. So yeah, it worked. Somewhat worked.
Yeah, I need to. That's the thing with this new start procedure, because people fucked it up and it all went tits up. You can't restart. You have to
Oh.
You can't restart the session. You have to restart the whole server, which is a bit of a ball ache, but it is what it is.
Oh, there we go. I have to restart the server.
Yeah, because
or restart, rejoin.
They just woof, and it all went wrong.
All right.
Green light.
Oh, no. Okay. It's not a night. I thought it was going to be a night race. No, we want the use that. I think is it. Oh, so I'll go one more here, one more there. Actually, no. Because I was about 1 psi too high. I remember when I did the last run in qualifying. So drag that down a little bit. Get our fuel in. And our logger. It's pretty cool, actually. The new with the new update, we actually get our telemetry output now at 200 hertz, as opposed to 20. So
what people just misread the HUD.
Yeah.
Basically,
as MrGit mentioned, yeah.
You have the HUD, and you have like a thick bar, and you have two thin bars, and you've got to sort of stay within that delta relative to the position.
What I might do, nothing personal against Git, but I might just mute the audio on Discord. So, because I think he's mainly chatting to his stream. So, if you want to listen to his stream, you can listen to his stream on on his channel. But if the idea, I suppose, was to have a bit more communication between everyone. But he's mainly kind of talking to his stream, his viewers. So we'll mute that. There we go. That's muted. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Kunos do have raised the bar considerably. They keep doing it, and this the changes that he's done, or that they've done to the the physics. As far as I see it right now, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not gonna say I'm one of those fanboys that says ACC is the best, everything else is crap, because that's not true. Because R Factor 2 is decent, iRacing is decent, but they all kind of have their own strengths in a way. So multiplayer racing, without a doubt, iRacing I think do it the best. It's the smoothest netcode and runs reasonably well, and sort of the system they have, this automated race system every day. I think it's a great idea. Of course, and everyone acknowledges this, the major issue with iRacing right now is the pricing, of course. So that's a bit of a problem. And by the way, I just want to apologize right now. I don't have a second screen. I just have a single screen, and I actually view my chat on my phone, and my phone's lost charge. So it's charging right now, but so it's a bit. So sometimes if I'm in the middle of a race, it's charging right now. Hopefully, power on. I get into Twitch, everything's great. But if it doesn't work, I can only view the chat between sessions, let's say. So I just thought I would mention that right now. So anyway, so like I was saying, yeah, they all have their strengths, but in terms of physics-wise, right now, ACC has everything. You have a 5-point tire model, whereas all sims previously have only had the single contact point, or the single point tire model. ACC now simulates, as of the last patch, simulates chassis flexing, which is majorly cool, because that's something there's only one other sim that I know that simulates chassis flex. And that's not even, it's a karting sim, so it's not even a car sim as well either. So now we have chassis flex 5-point tire model, quite interesting aero model, quite advanced. So it's, yeah, everything's physics-wise. I think ACC's is the best right now. But definitely when you then bring in R factor as well, content for sure. There's nothing. There's no sim out there that has as much content as you can get for R Factor 2. Now, the most of it is not so good. We'll have to acknowledge that, of course. There's a lot of mods there that aren't accurate and not so good quality-wise, but there are some others that are really well made. Physics-wise, R Factor 2, of course, is decent as well. Yeah, exactly. They all have their pros and cons, that's for sure. That's cool. So, League Racing. Wow. Okay. So I'm guessing what Grand Prix Legends is that where it all started? Or perhaps the Formula One or the Grand Prix games, Jeff Crammond's Grand Prix games, or they were pretty big back in those days as well. Anyway, I will have to go back into ACC, and my phone is powering on. I know it's a weird setup. Obviously, if I'm gonna I'm a casual streamer. I don't really. I'm not a professional streamer or anything. So, but at some point, I might see about getting another screen, perhaps. So we'll dial this down a little bit and go for it. Okay. Go, 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 go. Get to the grid, get to the grid, get to the grid. There we go. Oh, qualified better this time too, so that's great.
Still double file.
Oh, so yeah, I think I could figure out the graphics. So that green zone is where you want to be. So that's the relative distance to the car in front. So if you're anywhere beyond that, you're being a naughty boy, basically. So we have to hold our speed. So obviously, everyone's going to try and aim exactly for 60, and away we go. We have a lovely V12 Aston. And wow, that Bentley flies. This Porsche on the left is trying to stick his nose, but luckily good defended it. Oh. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that was a little uncomfortable. Okay, in between two cars. This is nice. We're okay. Okay, safe so far. So we're moved down a couple of positions, unfortunately. It was a messy start. It's really hard to compete with these big V8s. Just like absolutely murdered the poor McLaren off the line. But hopefully we can catch up to them in the corners. Gonna try just dialing traction control and ABS down a little bit. See how that works. Definitely turn one is an overtaking corner. Coming at full speed and braking in. The guy in front of me just here does have a drive-through, so definitely gaining one position at least. Let's see if we can gain a few more. Everyone's tightly bunched up, so. Tire pressures seem okay so far, as well as temperatures. Could even probably tighten up the brake ducts even another click than what I have right now. So yeah, TC at 2 works okay. So far, no massive kicks or anything out of slower corners. So he's going in for his oh, a bit too late there. We're okay. So lapping a lot quicker than the guy in front, but he was battling, so we'll see now how we get on. Oh, a little bit of contact. Definitely stay away from that right side curb on the inside. Oh, can we get through? Can we get through? No. And there goes, yeah, Mercedes. Just goes right away. As well as the Bentley behind. Has a bit more grunt as well. But I have the grip in the corners, that's for sure. Let's have just to maximize it. Doesn't help, I don't really know the track that well. Well, I know the layout, but let's say I need to get more into the flow of it. Yep, manageable at 2. There's a little bit of sliding, just a little bit coming out of there, but not full opposite lock or anything. Whoa! Sorry, man. Sorry, man. Should not have done that on the exit of a corner. Should have gone straight. Should have written. Oh. Survived. Andre Franca and Mike Noble just behind him. 2 very quick guys, so this will be interesting. Hopefully can keep ahead. brakes a lot later than I do there, so... It's nice to drive with drivers who know what they're doing. Just don't try. Oh! Brake too late there.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Oh! He brakes definitely goes a lot slower through there than I do. Might be better just to keep it in second actually through these tighter corners. Yeah, definitely. Might even be able to get away with traction control at 1. Probably not, but give it a go anyway. Yeah, it was okay. But maybe first gear is a little bit better through there.
Losing to the car ahead is 7 to 1. Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Probably better to just leave it in 4th through that right-hander. Tire pressure is all good though. A little bit under, but not too bad. It's like 0.2 maybe under. We'll try first gear. This right-hander coming up this last corner. Oh, someone hit the sausage. Yeah, it was okay. Bit of a squirm, so I should dial it up to 2. It's very controllable, but I think it's a little bit slower. So keep it in 4th this time. Oh, a little bit opposite lock there, coming out in 1st gear. So definitely use 2nd for that left-hander. Oh! We're okay. Lost a lot of time though with that mistake. And Lambo things, pretty much. That's how to describe that. Hit a curb in a Lambo, you die. You hit the curb in a Audi, you die. That's the way those cars work. So, very tricky. I think the main reason for that, though, is those cars need usually to run very much on the bump stops, particularly the Lamborghini. So I think it has the shortest wheelbase of all the GT3 cars. So you can imagine that makes it a very sort of naturally twitchy car. And with the aero being so important and influential, you need to ride the bump stops to keep kind of the weight, let's say the weight transfer a lot smoother, essentially. The price you pay for that is curb compliance. So bump stops are in nature extremely stiff. They are adjustables, they have adjustable stiffness, but they are still extremely stiff. So they do not absorb the curbs well at all. So that's what happens then. The Lambo or the Audi, you hit the curb, whacks the bump stop, sends the car spinning. So a little bit sideways. interesting battle here with Mr. Loose behind the Aston Martin. Trying to fend him off a little bit. So you can tell, like, as soon as we get to any straight, it's like, it's just any car, or at least the Aston Martin, just zooms up right up to the McLaren. But in the middle sector with all the twisty bits, it's it can hold its own very well. But it's means I have to work a bit harder in the corners to keep him away. I'm definitely sure. Same with the Ferrari. You give the McLaren or the Ferrari a proper engine, like out of the AMG or yeah, the AMG. It's a massive engine, but get any more powerful engine, like maybe the one in the BMW, and these cars would absolutely decimate the competition. That's why they're really slow on the straights, because they're so good in the corners. So oh, that was literally full opposite lock. I felt the soft lock on the steering wheel as I snapped to the left. luckily held it. That could have been game over right there. A little bit messy there. So there, yeah, messed up the corner. Here comes the Aston. So stay away from that curb on that right-hand sort of kink. Yep, that's the better way to do it. Much safer. Of course, if you're driving the Bentley, you can just literally cut that corner completely and just smush the curb down. So, all right. This Aston, I think he's going to think about the pass. Yep, that's what he's thinking. Gonna try and stay a bit tighter here on this left part. But, yeah, nope, didn't really make much difference. Thought to kind of just get a better run through the right-hand bit. So I found there's a little kind of Marshall post on the left-hand side going into there. Good point, good reference for braking into that left hairpin. So I'd say probably at this point there's, what, maybe 4 laps left, perhaps?
There's a slow car up ahead.
Yeah, definitely it's the ideal braking point. At least with the way the car is currently set up. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, second place is a bit of a stretch right now, considering there's only about 4 laps left. But you never know. You never know.
There's a car exiting mid lane.
I am lapping a lot quicker than he is right now, I think. Well, a couple of tenths quicker. But the gap is really quite big right now. Have an angry Lexus behind. Oh,
Slow car ahead.
at least he waited, which is nice of him. Yep, the problem with using marker boards for braking is that sometimes people knock them off and then you don't know where to brake. Ah man, it was up to third and everything, but oh well. C'est la vie. It's going to be an exciting last couple of laps. Oh, still more turning to do there. Gonna have to push a little bit harder. Any hope of getting these guys. So final lap dash. One more lap.
Checkered flag, good job, you did the best you could. I'll bring the car back.
So, yeah. Hopefully my phone charged a little bit. Yeah, it did. So, yeah, by the way, for anyone who just joined, I couldn't look at my chat, so that's why I haven't replied. I'm seeing it now, and let's see what track are these guys thinking. No idea. I think Suzuka is the next one. Let me just check here.
Green light, go, go, go.
Yeah, Chris.
Do Suzuka now.
Yeah, so they said Suzuka. 15 euros. So
at night in the rain.
Oh.
Tissues.
So yeah, it's gonna be Suzuka night rain. Lovely. Because Suzuka is not. It's easy enough as it is. 15 euros, Christian. So it'll probably be $15 for Canada and the US, I'd say, because it's usually 1-to-1 when it comes to the pricing. Yeah. It's. I mean, I would say like it's probably on the upper maximum of what if they went up to like 20 euros or dollars, I'd be like, It's better than iRacing. Anything's always better than iRacing, that's for sure. But compared to R Factor or actually R Factor is worse, isn't it? It's like €7 or €8 for a single track in R Factor, 2, I think. But yeah, that would be reasonable, I think. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, the way the tracks look, the way they're built, all of that kind of stuff, it's really, best guys in the business, really, when it comes to track quality, model quality of the cars, all that stuff, and then throw the physics on top and the sounds, and it's they just they know the priorities when it comes to they know their priorities when it comes to what's important in a sim. So we'll need to get the track medals for Suzuka. So yeah, but I'm actually going to be back in just a moment. A quick nature break, let's call it that. And yeah, so I'll be back in a little bit, guys. All right, dude. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. Just having a look here. Oh, that is a pretty hardcore league. 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hour, 2.5 hour races. That's pretty cool. Is that the? Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I can. Yeah. I can try and join. I mean, I know you're based in Australia, so time zones it might be a problem. But yeah, sure. I'll join Discord and see what I can do. So, but yeah, cool, dude. Yeah, thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll be on again. I don't stream that frequently, but I try when I can. So other commitments, studies, that kind of stuff. So it's good to hear from you. Nice to meet you. And yeah, it's nice to see a fellow OG sim racer, let's say. So I go back a little bit myself, but I think 2006 is when I started racing competitively. So long time ago. But so nice to meet you, dude, and catch you again soon. All right, so let's see. We need the track medals for Suzuka. Oh, Suzuka. Oh. So may as well turn on our telemetry logger and see what's happening with the chat. Nope, nothing really much happening. So leave it off for now. So let's go, Suzuka.
Green light, go, go, go.
So with the way the McLaren, the way the nose dives, this will be interesting. Going especially into the S's. Oh man, oh yeah. 2 of the best corners, followed by 4, is it? Or 5 of the best corners in the motorsport world. It's always interesting to see what kind of lines people take through this. I kind of have a particular way of going through them. So I'll explain once I get onto the next lap what I do. So it's important anyway to stay tight here. And I basically start accelerating again when the curb on the inside fades away. And to Degner 1, brake. Can we clip the curb here? Yep, we can. It's low enough. No evil sausage curbs like in Kailami. Whoa, then into the left hairpin. Important to get a nice. So that was a bad exit. It's important to kind of stay a bit tighter on the inside. This is all flat out, I think. And the GT3 car, it's flat out. Yes. And into the famous spoon curves. Turn 1 here. Brake a little bit more for the second one. Again, stay a bit more to the inside. And I know this track very well from an F1 car's perspective. But 130R here, yeah, definitely have to brake a little in the GT3 car. Then into the Casio chicane, famous chicane where Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost clashed in 1989, and they took away the championship from Senna. So turn 1, so this will be interesting. That's okay. Nice kind of cooperation with the traction control there. Just let the car slip out just a little bit. And then you kind of come here. And then go from the inside, let it coast out maybe a little. And then bring it back in, lift for Dunlop. And accelerate full throttle now all the way up to Degner. Brake, clip the inside curb, brake a bit harder for the second Degner. Let it coast out wide again. Can we go full throttle? Yep, we can. And that right kink before the hairpin. Some cars you need to lift a little to make sure you get a good line into the hairpin. Full throttle now, all the way up to the spoon curves. Down to third. Maybe down to second here. Yeah. So probably out of all the tracks in the Intercontinental GT pack, this is the one I know the most. So brake a little. I only need to lift for the 130R. Maybe. I'm not sure. Get the track medals and then start trying stuff. The asphalt definitely doesn't feel as grippy. There's something different about it, I think, compared to Kyalami. Brake here, brake again. Brake a little bit for this left part, lift maybe for this right, yep. Just lift for the left, I think, yep. Then we need to brake a little bit for this longer right hand end. Then we lift a little bit for Dunlop, full throttle. Brake a little bit for Degner 1, fourth. Brake harder for Degner 2 in second, full throttle. Might be a little bit better actually just to feather off the throttle a little bit in the right kink going into the hairpin. Just a little bit of feathering, at least with the way it's currently set up, the way the car is currently set up. Going to spoon 1, spoon 2. Yeah, that was much better than the last lap. Flip the inside curb here, flip the other one. Full power. Such a lovely circuit, this. Really nice and flowing. Pretty sure, yeah, it's possible just to lift in the 130R. And last track medal. I think we should get it now. No? Okay. Oh no, got it. Excellent. Now we can go on to the race server. Just a quick look actually at pressures. 0.9, 0.8, 0.8, and 0.8. Okay. Suzuka RV1. Just adjust volume levels a little bit, perhaps, so you can hear my car and you can hear me. Hold on, let's see. Just all right. Hopefully they're still at least in qualifying. Considering I was away for 10 minutes, they might already be in the race. If that is the case, there is no joining. Please not race, please not race, please not race. Oh. Maybe the server shut down. Oh, the lobby's gone. The ACC lobby is down, I think. Yep, looks like it. All right, just one moment. I'll be back in a sec. I won't turn on the music or anything, but just need to get out of here and rejoin. Might have to reload ACC perhaps. Unless is there an update? No, there's no update. So we might actually have to end the stream sooner than expected because we don't have any racing going on. So, and apologies for the title right now. I know it says Bathurst. I did start at Bathurst, but now we're in Suzuka. We did Kyalami after Bathurst, and then there was Suzuka. So yeah, looks like the lobby is, no, it's not. It's live. Yeah, they're in qualifying. So we can switch over. Yep, there we go. All right. So for a second there, I thought the lobby was down, but luckily it is not. And I just want to see, how's this? Yeah, the McLaren, there's like a fixed setup. I think that Gunnar said, okay, you know, 166,000 front wheel rate, 170,000 rear wheel rate, bump stop range of 1, bump stop rate of 1,000. Yeah, it's kind of, it's like a fixed setup across the board. So it's kind of interesting that. Anyway, we really need to get going. There's only 7 minutes left, so we need to really get a lap in quickly, very quickly. So I think the brake temperature or the tire temperatures were reasonable, so I should probably take this down 2 clicks at the front, 1 click at the back. And let's see. Yeah, man. Suzuka, frickin' Suzuka. Very, very special circuit. So fast. So fast. It's so good. All right, let's try this. And luckily the curves are really low too, right? So Lambo will be fine. Lambo won't kill you here either. So. Definitely, yep. Just with the stiffer bump stops, now the nose doesn't dive as much. That's okay. I don't mind kind of that positive front end, but I like it a bit more, like kind of positive front downforce, but I like it to be a bit more consistent lap after, you know, kind of regardless of weight transition. See, I think as far as I understand, it's set up that way because to kind of combat basically so that the car turns in well off throttle into corners, but you're off the brakes as well. So I like to do a lot of trail braking. So because of that, when the nose dives, I get a lot of oversteer. Need to kind of fight it back a little bit. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the 720S, it's a great car. But yeah, I remember you were saying the other day, it's definitely one of those cars that you have to drive hard to get the pace out of it a little bit. Sort of a bit like the Ferrari. But if you can be in tune with it, really maximize the downforce it's got, then it's a very, very quick car. Can we lift for the 130R? Let's try it. Let's try it. Yeah, just about. Just about. Let's go for pole. Delta's there. Oh, messed up a little bit. Spoon.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
A little bit of oversteer. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on, come on. Come on, stay green. Stay high. Come on. Come on. Oh. Last minute heroics. Always fun. So it's 30 minutes again. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I know Suzuka. I don't know Kyalami. That's what that proves. That was terrible. That was terrible in Kyalami. Well, not terrible, but that was about a second off the pace. So 3.23, 30 times 60 divided by, so it's about 2 minute laps, say 121. So 15 times 2.24. What? 33 liters. That can't be right. Hold on. It's 2 minute laps. Yep, I guess that's right. Oh, it's 3 point. Yeah, that makes the difference. The first number makes a big difference. There's a big difference between 3.2 liters and 2.2 liters. So we'll definitely need the standard 62 liters as always. And pressures, I'm going to drop them a little bit, a couple of pounds. The front. $120. No, I did it based on 2 minute 1 second lap times. I know we won't be doing that. It's unlikely we'll be doing that, but just, you know, safe. Being safe. Better have too much than not enough. Right? So let's leave the brakes at 1. I think they're meant to last. As far as I know, they're meant to last. Okay. At it's 48.6. I need 48.6 liters. So, like, yeah. So are there any Mercedes? Nope. There's an Audi, an Aston Martin, and a Bentley. So they're on the second row because those are the guys. I don't care. Well, the Audi is quick for sure, but I don't think the Audi has the same kind of grunt as the other cars. The other two do. So, yeah, I know. What's our tire wear like? It's a little bit off. It'll be all right. It's only 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Lambo is still good. Yeah, I mean, like for sure, the Mercedes, Audi's a little bit kind of hard to tell. I mean, it's very quick, but it still has some of the problems of the Lambo. But yeah, it takes effort to get the pace out of the Lambo. So, can I go straight away? No, not yet.
Go in double file.
Yeah. All right. Let's really do this. Come on. Come on. All right, brakes are overheating a little bit now, so I need to feather.
Green light. Go, go, go.
All right. All right. Okay. That's what we call BS. Oh. Yep, there is a curb.
Well done, mate. Fastest lap of the race so far.
Yep, front pressures are a little bit too high, at least on the front left there. Temperatures are just within range, just below optimum. Okay, need to be careful with that curb in Degner 1. So I'm like thinking should dial the traction control down to 2, but then I have that little kick coming out of spoon 2 for the second spoon curve. Oh, all good.
Fastest lap of the race, pretty good job.
Actually, I want to see if there's any... No, it's going to be dry. Well, maybe it was going to be a wet race, because I remember mentioning that in the last...
Well done, mate.
It's really gone dark right now. I have no idea, does that mean rain is coming or not? Forecast says no, but maybe maybe it's just going to be a little bit cloudy. This car is so at home here, so at home. This car was built for Suzuka. All about the aero, and this car is all about the aero. It's just match made in heaven. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. So far, it's okay, but I have a couple of hairy moments with the curbs, I think, because of the stiffer bump stops, but it's not too bad. Especially in Degner 1. Just out of curiosity, because I remember there's a big deal about Hakkinen racing in the Suzuka 8 hours, I think, last year. I'm kind of curious to know how well he did. I never looked it up. I know he was doing it, but after a long hiatus out of racing, and if this BOP, obviously the McLaren is doing a lot better here than it was at Kyalami, although that could be partly to blame on the driver too, not knowing the circuit. But at least that I know the circuit suggests that, and I would think there's a few of the other guys who know the circuit too, that the McLaren has a decent BOP around here. I know this is going to sound strange, but driving the McLaren around Suzuka, I mean, obviously this is a much quicker, like, it kind of feels a bit like the road car NSX in AC at Suzuka. I mean, obviously this corner is much quicker. It has downforce, proper suspension, all that stuff, tires, but kind of that malleableness kind of feels a bit like the NSX and the original AC at Suzuka. Which I personally always enjoyed. It was always good fun driving the NSX at the limit. The old NSX, that is, at Suzuka. We also got to see that we got to see that onboard lap with Senna in the NSX-R doing his famous throttle pumping technique. I tried it a little bit and I tried to understand its effectiveness, but I actually kind of realized, I was discussing this with my brother. My brother is also an avid follower of Formula One, motorsport, all that stuff. That's how I got into it myself. He said that technique actually was very effective in turbocharged cars, because you're kind of, I think it's like you're keeping the turbo pressure up with those throttle stabs. So whenever he came to accelerate, so when he kept doing that, then crap. So it didn't do so good. That's a shame. But yeah, like basically that throttle stabbing technique can maybe help keep the turbo pressure up, so whenever you're coming out of corners, you had that turbo waiting for you without having to wait for the lag to go away. I think, maybe, because I was trying it, or found myself kind of doing it a little bit with the DRM cars in AC, and found that the throttle pumping thing actually was really good, because I could always just keep the turbo alive, basically. Particularly out of slower corners, but also even medium speed corners. Actually, funnily enough, that technique might even work with the BMW, because the BMW I found personally does have, like, it really has bad turbo lag, as well as the new NSX as well. It has that kind of, just, yeah, it takes a while for it to respond. Particularly the NSX has really bad lag. Great car to drive, really fun, but man, that lag is tricky to work with. To keep the RPMs like sky high. Yep, no problem, dude. Catch you in a bit. Oh. always tricky braking for Degner too. Sometimes you're coming at it so quick. You need to make sure you brake in time for it. Looking okay so far. Oh, messed up turn 2 a little bit there. Alright, need to back off a bit on the exit of Degner 2. Franca's closing up a little bit. Just need to hold it consistent. He's really flying. 2:05 there on the last lap, 2:05. So I really need to fly here. just ridiculous, man. Oh well, nice while it lasted.
Final warning for exceeding track limits. Right, man. The leader is in the final lap. Give me the final push. Better drive-through penalty for exceeding track limits.
Oh man. Oh well.
Hayden has finished the race. Great job, man. P2. Bring it back to the pits.
Yeah. I'll have a look here. So this is, I think this was it. Yeah, no, that was me. That was me, Bobby, I think. So, yeah, looking back, I just kind of squeezed too much, I think. I was trying to make life a bit harder, but at the same time, he had a right to be there, I think. Well, wait a minute. Looking at it, no, it doesn't work. Okay, I thought there's a way of looking right. Yeah, well, tricky. I mean, he couldn't go anywhere. I mean, the only thing he could have done there is slam on the brakes mid-corner to avoid contact, and that's not really fair. So, yeah. Oh well. But, yeah. No, I got pole, actually. I got pole, but he didn't qualify. So, yeah.
Green light, green light. Show them what you got.
So, yeah, I got pole, but yeah, he was a second quicker in the race than my pole time. So, yeah, nowhere. Not nowhere, but definitely need to go a bit quicker. Right. yeah, we'll save that anyway. It was a good battle near the end. Shame I was off the pace near the end. So I think the next track is the last track, which will be Laguna Seca. So let's go get the track medals. And hold on, let me just change something in the stream. The title. Yeah, let's just call this IGTC pack. This is not Bathurst. Unfortunately, I missed out on the Bathurst race, which was a shame. Would have liked to have done the Bathurst race. Yeah, 1 second is it's well, yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's definitely So, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So Laguna, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, desert land. Oh wow. Okay. So the aggressive preset has the TC all the way up to 6 on the McLaren, and slightly softer suspension than other tracks. Really low front rebound. That's interesting, and very high bump. Okay, I will just go a few laps, see how this goes, and then get driving. 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute race. So I think it's 10-minute practice, 10-minute qualifying, and then 30-minute race. So cheers for the follow, mate. Yeah, hope I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I just thought maybe you were chatting to your stream, so there was no kind of community discussions and stuff like that. But cheers for that. So, or not I mean, no chatter between drivers. That's what I mean to say. Actually, can I go? Can I go now, or do I have to wait? We'll see now. If there's that marker thing at the end. No, there isn't. Okay, so I could have gone a lot earlier. Oh man, I just feel it. Traction control so strong. Yep, sure, no problem, Bobby. Yeah, I'll see about. Whoa. I'm just trying all the tracks with Git here, and then. But definitely the focus going forward will be Bathurst for Friday. For the RLM race, so that'll be interesting. And yes, trust me, it will be interesting. That circuit is a lot more alive in ACC than it is in any other sim. Whoa! Oh, there goes one. Yeah. Missed out on the first track medal. What is up with this traction control? Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, very cool dude. Very cool dude. That inter-community race was a brilliant idea, and there's plans for more in the future, which is great. So yeah, so if anyone interested in joining us for that, you can join our Discord and move on from there. And if you're interested in participating in future inter-community races, which I'm sure there will be, you can join us there. So, and we also host weekly Friday night races in ACC, different tracks. This Friday, we'll be going to Suzuka. So probably if you were just watching, that was the last circuit we were driving, so it's an amazing circuit. Definitely my favorite out of all the tracks in the pack. So Bathurst is a close second though, but Kyalami was pretty cool though. Yeah, Kyalami is pretty cool. Laguna Seca is nice, but yeah, it's a cool track as well, of course. But yeah, so we run races on Friday nights in ACC at a US friendly time zone, or times, let's say. We run it at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, and 7 p.m. Eastern. That's the last one, yeah. So you're very, come on. So you're very welcome to join us for some Friday night racing in ACC, and then we also race other stuff on Saturday nights in the original AC. So this Saturday is going to be the GTE cars at Nordschleife. So that'll be interesting. So also that runs 1 hour earlier, so that'll be 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Eastern. So you're welcome to join us for that as well. So there is plans for other races in future as well, not just those two. So hopefully, yeah, we can mix things up. I'd like to see about running some Porsche Cup races, maybe some Lambo Super Trofeo races as well in ACC. But and then also perhaps maybe some Formula One in the original AC. Either, well, ranging from all years basically, all the way back from 1950s F1 cars, all the way up to present day cars that are made by the RSS guys, like Formula Hybrids and such. So yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I'd like to do some more F1 stuff, but of course, the F2004, that car doesn't need any real introduction. It's an amazing car, the ultimate F1 car. So that would be nice to run as well. But as well, some cars that maybe are overlooked that we run before in the past that were really great fun. Kind of, they move around a bit, but they're not like, you know, modern F1 cars are very, let's say, a bit like the GT3s. You know, you got it. The quickest way is grip driving. Any sort of little bit of sliding here or there, it's not good. So some people might find that not as exciting. But if you go with the early 90s F1 cars, like the ASR 91 Formula 1 cars, the Williams FW14, I think, is it? No, 14 was, I think, 93. FW12, perhaps. And the Ferrari 643 with its glorious V12 engine. One of the best cars, or one of the best sounding cars in Assetto Corsa, if not the best sounding car in Assetto Corsa. And also the McLaren MP46. that Senna won his last championship with as well in '91. And there's actually a few other cars. I think there's someone. I think they've also made a Tyrrell as well, and there's a Benetton as well. Actually, there's the '91 Benetton. So those cars are amazing to drive. So really good fun. It's kind of a nice mix between proper grip driving and just a little bit kind of twitching here and there. Very exciting. And much easier to manage compared to the modern F1 cars. None of this hybrid energy management or anything. It's pretty straightforward stuff. So yeah, those are the plans. So if there is interest for it, definitely can go with that. So how many? Wait. Okay, do I have a track medal? Yet? No? Okay. I don't even have one track medal. Why is that? I think I broke the track rating system. Because it says 3 out of 1 clean laps. How does that work? So I think it's broken. I've done 3 clean laps. And I only need 1 for 1 track medal. So yeah, I think I found a bug. So I'm just going to do a couple more laps at Laguna. And then we'll end it there. And let's dial all this back. Let's see, when do I get my ass kicked? Okay, so far so good. So far so good. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. TC2 works. Okay, 1. Let's see. Yeah, works. So why is it at 6? Like, why is it at 6? Yep, that was okay. And that was okay. The higher speed stuff shouldn't be a problem. It's mainly getting out of the slower speed corners. That would be the problem, I think. Like this one, maybe a little bit. No, didn't even engage. Like, I have a little display on my wheel, didn't even flash. Didn't flash there. Okay, this is the point now. This is the corner. Now I can either die or live. I lived. Yeah, TC1's fine. It's really fine. I thought it's gonna kill me at 1 or 2 of the slower corners, but it's fine. And went way quicker, way quicker. The only thing that feels funny is actually just the brakes. I feel the fronts are locking a little bit. So we can move that back a little bit with the ABS at 2. Yeah, brakes are a problem. Oh, that was just driver error. That wasn't a traction control problem. Come on, McLaren. Come on, McLaren. Wag your tail. Wag your tail. Nope, doesn't wag its tail. Okay. So boring. So boring. See, even like this is, see, nothing. Oh, okay, well, yeah, if I force it, but like that took a couple of sways right and left, but anyway. So, yeah, I've done 6 clean laps and I still haven't gotten a single track medal. Like, I'm not sure if you can read it. I'm not sure if it's legible or not, but see the top right, it says your track medal is 0 out of 3. Drive 6 out of 1 clean laps. Find a comfortable pace, stay in control of the car, and as you can see, I have all green blocks. So I should have at least 1 track medal by now. There you go. I broke ACC. Or it's broke, I don't know. Maybe it's because I made a couple of mistakes on the out lap or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, we obviously don't need all this TC and ABS. So we'll just save that. Desert Land RV1. You probably wonder in a few months' time what is Desert Land, but yeah. Anyway. Righto. Oh wait. Okay. I'll get it fixed for the next time. Anyway, gonna end it there, guys. So unfortunately, we're not gonna race at Laguna Seca. We're not gonna race at Laguna Seca because of, as you can see, there's that problem with the track medals. So yeah, so I'll end it there. So yeah, as I mentioned, we'll be running a race this Friday night at Suzuka in ACC. It will be a night race as well. So the original plan was a night race at Brands Hatch, but let's do a night race at Suzuka. So I think that'll be fun. And yes, we'll be running that race on Friday nights. You can find out more details at our Discord channel. If you join it, then you're very welcome to join us for those races. The only thing I will mention just up front right now is that we do have a safety rating requirement and a track medal requirement. So you will need 3 track medals for Suzuka. You'll need to have a safety rating, I'll say for now, between 60 to 70. Usually I'd like to keep it at 70 and over, but I know with some people it can be a bit tricky to build it up. So, if you join and you say, I have a safety rating of 62, say, or 65, there's no problem. I can always drop it a little bit for the actual race. So, yeah, but anywhere above 60, let's say, is okay. But yeah, do let me know. Do let me know if you need, because by default's at 70, so do let me know in Discord. So yeah, we'll be running Friday night Suzuka night race. Be 2 30-minute races, and we'll be starting at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, and 7 p.m. Eastern. And for anyone who's mad enough like myself, it's at 12 a.m. GMT, midnight. So midnight GMT. So that would be, I guess, 1 a.m. Central European time and 2 a.m. Eastern European time. So yeah, you're very welcome to join us then. And we also have a race at the Nordschleife in the GT2 cars on Saturday night. That will be taking place 1 hour earlier. So that will be starting at 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Eastern. So you're very welcome to join us for that as well. And if you just join, like I said, there's plans for other races in future as well. We want a bit more variety, a bit more diversity, and also particularly like a time trial event. This was suggested by Andrew Scott, who's one of the co-founders of the club and who's been helping with hosting races, and it's very much appreciated. So he's come up with this idea for a time trial. So I'm kind of the tech guy in the team, so I'll need to just do a little bit of reading about how we can get that set up properly. with S tracker and that kind of stuff. So there's a plan for that as well in future. But yeah, if you want to see more of my streams and stuff, you can always follow me on Twitch. I also have a YouTube channel. So if you just search for Celtic Pharaoh, I should come up. So you can, if you're curious to see the stuff I upload there, which is usually more concise. And I usually upload my Twitch streams to my YouTube channel as well. So you can view some of my previous streams that I've done if you're curious. And I also have a Patreon page if you'd like to support me with that. That would be appreciated. And yep, the Discord server there. There's if you click on the panel below the video, obviously I can't embed video links, or I don't know how at least. So but there's a little Discord panel below my video stream. If you click on that, that'll get you, and that's an invite straight to our Discord server. I just would like to request that you won't see any channels, because you have to do have a look at the message that you'll be sent. But basically, we like to ensure that everyone that races with us is clean, fair, and is a decent human being simply. So yeah. And I have a Streamlabs page as well, which is a bit like the Patreon thing. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys again soon. Bye-bye.